Thank you so much, member of the Knesset, Yair Lapid. The next session will be chaired by Yigal Unna. The session will deal with enterprise protection, creating a strong cyber strategy. Yigal is the Chief Executive Director of Cyber Technologies Unit, Israel National Cyber Doctorate, Prime Minister's Office. Yigal, the stage is yours.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As was described, today I'm my first public appearance in my new position as director of the Cyber Technologies Unit. And until very recently, I was the head of Cyber and SIGINT Division in the Shin Bet in the ISA. So, two insights. First, the limelights are, it's funny to be on this side of the strong lights from the interrogation rooms. It's a different experience for me. And second, please be gentle. Thank you. Before I introduce our very distinguished guests for the next chair, let me talk a few words about what you see here, the new Cyber Technologies Unit in the Israeli National Cyber Directorate. So who are we and what we are doing? First, in order to talk about cyber technology, we must acknowledge what is cyber technology. The way I see it, it's comprised of these major three elements. First, the knowledge, which we, as you see the symbols of the universities, we have cyber research centers through all the major universities in Israel, the major 6 universities. Then we have the physical infrastructures. We have some national labs and the other infrastructures. I'll focus on just a few of them. And last but very not least, maybe the most important element is, of course, the human capital. Without it, nothing will go around. You need, like everything in the cyber, we need integration, the mixture of all the elements in order it to work. The Cyber Technology Unit, very shortly, this is our main goal, is to strengthen Israel as a cyber technology key player. We already have a great industry, a great academia, and a human power that is growing more and more, but it should be emphasized, strength, and getting even better. So we deal with national capacity build-up strategy. We have empowerment of technologies ecosystem. We generate and develop a new concept and even a practical working solutions to the state level problems challenges we meet. And we are the main technology unit of the National Cyber Security Authority, who described strongly and elaborated yesterday and on Sunday. At the last and not least, we are the National Knowledge Center of Cyber Technology in the government, at least. The unit comprised of these 3 elements, and actually it works. The CTO, the R&D, and the projects, but these 3 elements won't work if we don't have an overall strategy. The national empowerment, these are the 4 elements combined together. Again, in cyber, we must integrate and combine things in order to work properly. A few examples, very shortly, of our activities. These are the main topics. Still on ongoing work on this upper level, state level, holistic concept of implementation of all the layers of the kinds of solutions, working very closely with our dear colleagues from the UK, dear Ian Levy, who talked before, and dear Doug Mohan, also earlier this morning described the work. We all share the same challenges and problems. We have research capacities, as I mentioned, all the universities in Israel. We finance and funding researchers in the large scales and large amounts of money. Examples of our fields of interests. I won't go through all the government backbone. One of the reasons is the Prime Minister did it for us yesterday. He mentioned the CyberNet, the National Network of Information Sharing, which is already on process and even begin to be activated lately. I will focus on the Meteor, the fast lane for cyber security platforms of governmental procurement. It's not a technology, bits and bytes things, but it's crucial to the success of the overall startups and small businesses and even a larger one in Israel who face a lot of difficulties with the bureaucratic beads and way of to conduct business with the government. So we are now, I'm proud to announce, we issued, sorry for the Hebrew, this is the website we are launching these days, and we have the opportunity, all the details are there. Any government agency who faces a challenge in the cybersecurity puts it on this website, and there's a fast lane to meet with the challenges, to propose, to make offers, and therefore to win and have a doorstep, stepping through the doors to the government. Another, again, I won't pass through all of this, we have a secured information sharing techniques, working with one of the universities and some vendors to make sure, to assure a safe sharing of sensitive information between government agencies and other agencies, whoever is on this program, using multi-point computing and other sophisticated computer science techniques. We also deal with another state-level activities, we call it rating, a working model for cybersecurity measurement. One of the problems we all meet with the government and with the private sector, how we can measure if what we put in is we actually get out of it, if the outcomes are what we are expecting. So here we developed a model that deals with the readiness level of any agency, any company that wishes it. And again, we have the formula and vendors, and we're working on it. Just one more example, enable the trusted transactions. Agnostic to technology, agnostic to telecom, dealing with the endpoints against man-in-the-middle threats and attacks. It's on its final stage of demo of proof of concept, and there we're going to spread it through the right vendors all over Israel, hopefully not only Israel, but internationally. A few more, we have, I'll skip it as the time is running. We have taking care of the human capital in Israel. We have special programs beginning with the middle school, through the high school, and then the academia, until we enlarge, as my predecessors mentioned, to meet with the gap, the shortage of right workforce and right R&D and security personnel. At last, a few main challenges, just as the former speaker, the member Knesset Yair Lapid mentioned, we are countering the influence cyber attacks in the elections and other places. One of the major, if not the major, threat or challenges we are meeting, and others, criminal or national security, all mixed up. We need to find solutions not for only APT or national security threats, but to many others, growing numbers and variety of threats. Phishing, the human factor, as already described by Ian Levy. All the data in big piles and IoT, everything is online. We must deal with it properly. Recycling, as we see, the national cyber weapons leakage goes from the governments, or AKA the governments, to the terror groups, to individuals, and that's a big problem. the accelerating cyber arms race is the common denominator of all these problems and challenges, and that's our main mission. And that's, without any more words, is maybe the last or the biggest threat we face. So that's the CTU and a few words in advance. Now I'm proud to introduce maybe one of the leaders or the major leaders of cyber in the world, Mr. Rohit Ghai, the president of RSA. Please.